counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God. Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Right down. 185. Later two. Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing on first down is Carr. That ball complete to Isabella. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Tight is right. Hey, we got 93.
Throwing again on second down. Carr has got his man. It's Andrews. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Right there.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Matt Longacre in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Greystone, Travis.
To throw again on second down. Carr. It's complete. James White. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards, first down Niners. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike 51, 55. Watch the eye. Mike 55.
To the air yet again. Watson eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Watson. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Slam. Find down.
From the gun, it's Carr. White's got a first down and more. He hits White, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Joe Schobert charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Check 26, check 27.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. On 2nd and 12, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now he'll turn and off his... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Express! Get down, get down!
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 22-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Out of the gun, Watson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Man, let's get that ball here.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Now Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now after the INT, it's Carr, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
9. Express. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Express. Yo. Mike 5-4.
Throwing again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw his Carr. That's complete to White. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, this from 46. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Crabtree the target on that one.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1-8, we're good. 1-8. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Carr. Forced out to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
29.
Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike down. 185. Mike. Go. 808. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Carr looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set. 19. Stop your body.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Watson now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 9. Watson flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
And 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Carr. That he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd down, Carr. And that will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Gurley again here on 1st down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long. Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen. Anything to score a point. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion. What's that? It wasn't an interception. Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points. Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal. Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Carr to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, LA! Andy Isabella, 77 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 10-3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
One of the most exciting plays in football, a kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Crabtree has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he finds Spencer Ware complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Throwing on first down is Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, here's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Carr. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. And Gurley on 1st down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, they run with Gurley. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Niners, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.